So the job we've been doing today is replacing the failed manifold on a BMW X5 3 litre diesel. Needs an air filter. So just got the manifold off. It's a struggle. So these are problematic, terrible design, hence nice new cast iron version to go on there. So I'll just show you, you've got a complete split straight down there, another one there, another one there, another one there, two big splits there, split there, so they are just a terrible design. They're very thin, sort of triple plated aluminium stuff, but yeah, so you're losing a lot of power out of there. So we've wiggled that out now. Hopefully the cast one should go in a bit easier. So I just got to put one of the studs in because it's come with all new studs. All the new nuts and bolts have come off. Only one stud's come out, so I'm just put the stud in there. New gaskets back on, and then start getting things buttoned up. The X5 is back up and running. Bit sweaty, bit of a mess. Tools are back away. That was a very awkward job. There's two ways you can do it. The way I did it was from the top, or you can do it from the bottom, but I didn't want to do it from the bottom because that means dropping the turbo out the way, and that means replacing more gaskets and disturbing oil pressure and oil return from the turbo. Don't want to start messing around doing that. Review of the kit. Manifold fits alright. The only few things I didn't like was the actual alignment on the main stud with the turbo bolts. They weren't bob on, so it was a bit of a fiddle to get that. The turbo sort of had to twist a touch more just to get them lined up. The bolts they supplied, good quality bolts, 10.9s, but manufacturers are very specific on their thread. Even though that could be the same thread as the turbo, it was going in and being a bit tight, so I just put the old one back in there. They're still 10.9, whatever they were, so they're good enough. The other thing, the studs they gave you, not really exhaust studs, they're just cheap sort of tack really. Luckily all the studs, one stud came out, but that went back in there fine. The other thing they gave was nice new copper washers, copper bolts. They look nice, but they're not the right thread for the actual BMW studs, because they go on so far and they start getting tight, which is good, is what you want. You want it to go nice and tight, but when it gets to the point that's gone sort of 10mm up the thread, it's not even touching the exhaust, and it's mega tight to the point it's going to snap things, and I ain't snapping a stud in that head in the engine bay and that, so I just took them back off. I think I've used 3 of those, which are more at the front of the manifold where you can get to. They went on alright-ish. Pushed them a bit, but they sort of got on there. The rest of them, I just put the old ones back on there. They're perfectly usable, so they're back on there. Gaskets wise, simple metal gaskets. Can't really do those wrong. Yes, it's all back up and running. For the cost of a manifold BMW one, hundreds. This kit was 80 quid to the door, all the kit, so it weren't too bad. It's from XLR. XL8, so I'll put the link in the description. Good bit of kit, British made, does a job, sorts out that manifold, because obviously you can see that massive split in there was puffing out smoke everywhere. Again, you've got cracks around there, that's common cracks. Not sure if it happens on the 5 Series because it's the same engine in the 5 Series Beamers and that. Possibly where the location of that exhaust is and the bulkhead and stuff could be getting a bit too warm, but it's done 190,000 miles, so it's done well. Symptoms of that, you're going to get, as soon as you start it up, you're going to get a whiff of your diesel fumes through the cabin. When I knew this, I knew it was a little bit blowy because I could smell it a little bit. Only the last couple of weeks it started doing bad, and it sounds like it's misfiring until it starts warming up, which is when that slit in there, when the exhaust gets some heat in it, it closes up a touch just so it doesn't sound that bad. You might find it a bit gutless. I'll probably find more performance gain on that because, again, you've got the air coming in through the air filter, so the ECU knows X amount of air's coming in, that much fuel's going in there, but the fuel isn't all getting burnt through because the gases are coming out the exhaust manifold, which means in turn the turbo's not spinning as quick as it should do, etc. But there we go. That's on. I'll take the X5 for a spin. So yeah, that's a quick review of that cast manifold. Cheers for watching. Thanks for all the subscribers. Any questions, stick them in the comments. I'm going to get showered, eat a pizza and go to sleep. Cheers.